Hello! Ay, ano ba ito? Ba't sira ang... Wait a minute! Off screen ng nag-change kasi nag-change ang ibang bagay-bagay. What's this? What's alarm 1 off?
Please remain seated.
No.
Refrain from talk measuring over.
Di mo na. So, welcome, good evening, and welcome to Pake News Now. I'm JB, and we're taking calls this Friday. We might have another Friday session next week, or next week, because first week at my new job, and I don't think I'll be going to. I can't say. I think I'll just stay home Friday night. So we might have taking calls Friday next week. And then on the 12th, tama ba? 1, 2, 3, yeah. On the 12th, it's a holiday. Starting that weekend, we might have taking calls Sundays na. Ayun, so just an update. And let's begin the program with let me just check the audio. I can't say. I think I'll just... There's a buzzing sound. I don't know where that is coming from. Is it from the fan? Hold on. Hold on. It's not from the fan. It's somewhere else. There's a buzzing sound. It might be it might I connected the blood pressure monitor sa USB nung laptop where I'm so let me see. Meron pa din. Anyway, let's start the program with me measuring my blood pressure. Let's see if I normalize. So, not too tight, not maluwag. The tube is right in the middle, an inch from the crook of my arm. Tapos today, I lifted a lot of stuff at Highway 54. So from the second floor where roleplay is up to the third floor, wheeled it down across the school, then brought it back down to the ground floor in an area where the truck will pick it up and bring it to undisclosed location. So that's one. And even earlier than that, when I woke up, so yesterday I had a massage. Tapos ang galing kasi, so the masseur was wearing PPE. As in full PPE. And tapos naka-gloves pa siya. Kasi it felt tas parang andaling mag-dry up. So I don't know if you've had that experience. If you've had home service masseurs and they were wearing PPE, okay naman. I just needed it to relax. I was trying to figure out what will lower my blood pressure. And after the massage, I rested a little pa. And then I took blood pressure. What's my ano? What's my... Let me see. How do I... Where did I save it? Excel. Microsoft Excel. Oh, I didn't... Ano? My water. My water is not here. BP monitoring. Yan. It wasn't ano naman. It was still abnormal. Ayun. Although kahapon parang we're going back yung stories ko. Even earlier than the massage yesterday, I was playing Magic the Gathering, and ano naman, nag-normalize yung BP ko. So until the last game, when parang oppressive yung deck. Si Elish Norn. So tumaas ulit yung BP ko. So playing Magic lowers BP. Having an oppressive commander opponent increases BP. And then a massage doesn't really lower BP. And then today, after the massage, I didn't do anything na. I rested, and then did I eat pa? I slept in early. I didn't do anything to my MacBook. This MacBook. And then when I woke up, you know what? All my files were deleted. So parang and unfortunately, I checked yung backups ko. I didn't really back up, or I forgot if I did have a backup of the files sa MacBook. Starting when I started roleplay. So parang yung window from 2017 to 2021 January were all erased. Ang natira na lang are the files that I've been working on, yung applications that were open. So wala, I have to start over. Kanina I posted in Facebook na look at the brighter side. The MacBook is running a little faster kasi it's so ominous. Kasi yung so the MacBook was from 2013, has 750 gigabytes of hard disk space. Tapos kanina ang free, so wala nang laman yung desktop ko. Ang free is 666 gigabytes. Okay. So ayun. And then afternoon until yung 3 p.m., 3:30 p.m., I was hauling stuff from Old Roleplay down to the ground floor of Highway 54. So a little stressed. Tapos went to undisclosed location and then fixed the... I had a visitor na there. My first visitor sa undisclosed location. A commander player from San Juan. I think he's from San Juan. Ayun, so he dropped by, picked up his cards, singles na he bought, and then ayun, I showed him where I showed him my the anyway. So that's what happened. I had late lunch around 4 at Greenwich, and then I left for home, Kapitolyo, 8. So, mga 8 p.m. nandito ako. So, I ate I drank juice, mango orange, and then I had some peanut butter sandwiches. And so we're going to be, before we delve into our topics, I didn't capture yung mga screenshots like last week. I'll try to do that. Can I do that? But I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Ayan. So dito na lang sa sa upper left is for mature audiences with ano ba to? Ano yung D? Yung L is language. Yung S is parang sexual thingy. And then D is, I forgot. Is it still here? Let me check. I just edited it sa Photoshop. Ano to? Suggestive dialogue, coarse language, and sexual content. Ayan. So, that's what DLS means. Ayun. So, we shall try and see what our blood pressure is. Point.
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement, and keep cuff at the heart level. Your blood pressure is systolic 134 millimeter of mercury, diastolic 93 millimeter of mercury. Your pulse was 75. Your blood pressure is abnormal.
Abnormal pa rin. So, during the program, we'll be taking 3 kasi I take 3 and then I choose the lowest. And that's what I'm going to submit to the internist who will examine it after the 2 weeks na monitoring. Like I said, in the video introducing itong blood pressure monitor, na ano yun? But then I forgot what I was going to say. Yung I have to monitor for 2 weeks and then submit it to an internist, tapos he will give the clearance or parang directions on what to do next. So pwedeng kunwari right now 3 days na monitoring. Most of it is abnormal. In the 130s, 140s, over 90s, 100, tapos once lang nag-normal. Normal pa niya 132 over 88. 132 over 88. So, if consistent na ganun kataas ang I always say na I feel fine. Pero parang walang bearing yun kasi you could feel fine and it could still strike. You could get a stroke. You could get a heart attack. Tapos and you've been living a healthy lifestyle naman, an active lifestyle. So, it doesn't directly relate na if you are living a certain way na 100% hindi ka na pwedeng magkaroon ng stroke or heart attack if your blood pressure is a certain level or abnormal. Ayun. Pero naman, if you are living a healthy lifestyle, an active lifestyle, tapos you have normal BP, then mas less yung risk of you getting a stroke or a heart attack. Hindi pa rin siya 100% na hindi ka na magkakaroon. Kasi we know some people na they're young, healthy naman din sila, tas bigla na lang din aatakihin. Case in point, yung si flight stewardess. So we're going to segue na a little to one of our topics. Si flight stewardess, si Christine Dacera, RIP. So this week was their second preliminary hearing, pero I think before that naglabas na yung medical legal ng PNP ng final findings, ayun, and they even posted yung pictures of yung medical exam, and so they showed yung lower heart na where the rupture was. They showed yung area where the parang doon nag-seep or nag-leak na yung dugo nung pumutok na yung valve, ganon. And so they ruled it as a natural cause of death. So relating it to the previous topic, I don't know if, well, yung mom ni Christine still insists na may foul play daw. So she doesn't know na merong ganong condition yung anak niya, and maybe even Christine doesn't know that she has that condition. Pero mukhang party person naman, masayahin si Christine. So I don't know if she smokes, pero she apparently drinks, ganyan. So we don't know if she takes other party stuff, pero or if she likes to eat fatty foods, ganon. If she doesn't eat yung vegetables or fruits or whatever foods that can lower yung blood pressure. Pero ayan, sadly, bagong taon, celebration, they were celebrating, doon naman siya tinamaan ng aneurysm. So naputukan ng ugat. Ayun. So I'm serious about tackling this issue, no? Na kahit I don't feel any bad stuff, gano'n. Actually, I'm getting paranoid. Yung parang ever since I was young, parang madali akong magmanhid, gano'n. So kunwari, if I sit with my legs in yung T4 na position, pwedeng magmanhid agad yung isang leg ko kasi parang naipit naipit yung ugat, gano'n. Tapos if I stand up sa prolonged period of time, pwede ring magmanhid. Ganun. There was only one time na na I blacked out. Parang na dumilim yung paningin ko. Dahil sa sa heat naman ata yun. Buti lang nasalo ako nung aunt ko. Ganun. Nasa church kami no. And nakaupo naman ako. Pero nagdilim na lang yung paningin. So aside from that, parang I feel healthy. I'm active. Pero kunwari yung findings nga is whether I'm prone or I'm there na, kasi nga kung consistent yung measurements na abnormal yung blood pressure, I might need to take yung maintenance medicine. Ayun. And then yung sinabi na yung doktor na isa is parang lay off mga salty foods, ganun. So ubusin ko na lang yung or pamigay ko na lang yung Kraft cheddar cheese and maybe minimize nga yung yung lasa ng mga kinakain ko. The taste. So okay. I eat garlic naman. I mean, when I cook rice, I put garlic in it. Tapos, I eat cornic. Garlic cornic. What else? And kaya lang I'm non-vegetarian, so I don't eat vegetables if I can help it. So maybe find alternatives. Oh, I'm switching to to dark chocolate. Ayun. Pag nag-grocery ako, that's what I'm going to be buying, some of dark chocolate. So, ayun. What happens next with the case ni Dacera? So, the police prematurely called it na murder-homicide. So, yung Makati Chief of Police, will they get nasuspend na ata. Pero what else? Parang kasi mali kasing ginawa niya di ba? And then we don't know kung yung parang yung sa protocol about yung na-embalm yung body before the first examination. What happened kaya na nagkaroon ng examination ulit? The one with the pictures now. So, what will happen to the person who did the first investigation? Or yung nag-embalm, di ba? And then, what will happen to the 11 respondents dun sa kinaso ng PNP? Parang will the case get dropped? Will the 11 people who were suspected or accused of doing something to Christine, will they file a suit versus PNP or versus yung mom ni Christine, or will they let it go na lang? Yung mom naman ni Christine, will she continue to push yung pag-isip na there was foul play, or parang manipulation of the results? So sino yung kakasuhan niya? PNP, or yung tutuloy niya yung kaso dun sa 11 people with Christine? Ito yung mga parang bagay na patay na. I mean, yung tao, di ba? Pangit sana pangit kasi may naiwan pa siyang gulo, di ba? Hindi matahimik yung mom niya kasi gusto malaman yung totoo, tapos hindi niya ma-accept kung natural man yung cause ng death as per the medical legal na findings. um, medyo matatagalan bago niya siguro matanggap, gano'n. Pero ano rin naapektuhan din yung buhay nung 11 na na nasangkot. So some of them were forced to come out as gay. So yun, they were forced to do it. Parang ang laking bagay din yun para sa kanila na nawala sa kanila yung control over how or when they want to, if they want to come out as gay. So that's our yung thoughts pa sa kaso ni Christine Dacera. I don't know if parang may ibang schedule na date. So we'll talk about it na lang in another video kung sakaling merong developments pa dun sa case. Yun. Kasi may di ba? May medical legal report na So what else are we waiting for? Yun na yung pinaka basis na walang basis for government prosecutors to push for a case na homicide with rape yung cause of death. Speaking of pagbabago ng date, so the Supreme Court denied yung plea ni Solicitor General Calida to push back, to delay the hearing on the anti-terror law. And kasi daw COVID concerns. So parang 2 weeks ago na nagkaroon ng COVID cases dun sa Solicitor General's Office. So parang yun yung sinasabi nilang dahilan para hindi sila maka-attend, ganon, baka nagko-quarantine. So nag-request naman sila na i-delay, tinanggihan na. So kailangan bantayan yung mga itong particular issue na to kasi nga nung before it got passed, sinasabi nila na so strict, inamin naman nila na strict. And then ang pambenta nila is yung ibang countries daw laud the Philippines on passing this anti-terror bill, so yun ang if other countries including Australia, I think, parang applaud the Philippines with passing this law, what harm can it do? The safeguards naman are in place daw, pero there have been cases na wherein you're not really sure if hindi ginagamit na way to handle yung mga opponents ng government, mga critics ng government. So last year, may napatay na lalaki, medyo matanda na, leader of some group sa apartment niya, napatay. Tapos yung mga biglang dinudukot na lang, yung itong pag red tag might be a step to to una communist ang tagging, baka susunod terrorist ang tagging. Tapos there was debate pa nga before, and they were saying no, they don't consider yung mga student protests as acts of terrorism, gano'n. Pero itong red tagging could lead to that, na student protests are not acts of terror. But if these students are really communists or adhere to yung principles ng communism, they might be dampot, picked up by police agad. And then or parang yung vigilante police, well, we don't know, take matters into their own hands, linking it up to the Sarah case. At chief of police ng Makati jumped to the conclusion na it was rape homicide without evidence, 'di ba? So ganun yung mga isip ng mga kapulisan or yung leadership. Parang nakakatakot kaya na mahuli ng pulis. May ginagawa kang masama, matakot ka na hulihin ka ng pulis. Wait, I take it back. Parang wala kang ginagawang masama, matatakot ka pa rin na madampot ka ng pulis. Tapos ngayon, yung mga gumagawa ng masama, nakakatakas pa. Kasi minsan yung gumagawa ng masama, sila rin yung pulis. That's where we live in right now. Change. How will things change? AFP chief, sino yung I read somewhere na yung magiging AFP chief is parang new, parang a promote, gano'n. And then one of the comments was sa Twitter, parang nila-line up nila yung mga tao nila just before retirement, para they will get the maximum benefit kasi they reach that level or that post before they retired. So more benefits, more money, pera na naman. And speaking of si Senator Bato, former PNP chief, is pushing for, if I don't know, if I take my blood pressure now, baka it will spike. Kasi triggered ako kay Bato. Is pushing for modernization now of the Philippine military to the tune of 130 billion. So I'm all for modernization of our military for two things: to be able to defend against China, or yung mga interlopers, yung mga gustong sakupin yung mga sa atin naman or pinag-aawayan, pero dahil malakas sila, nakakabully sila ng mas maliliit. So, okay ako doon. Pangalawa is maayos yung training at yung education ng mga pulis para wala tayong mga kaso ng mga katulad ni Makati Chief of Police na magjo-jump to conclusions, no? At para yung magkaroon ng talagang values about protecting people, serving the Filipino public. Kasi yun ang duty talaga ng police, ng army, ng military. Diba? So, kung dun sa dalawang yon, sure. Pero, not as high as 130 billion. Or, sige, let's see kung saan mapupunta yung pera. Kasi, right now, ang kailangan ng tao ay yung gamot, yung vaccine. Para pag hindi ma-vaccinate yung taong bayan, hindi magpapatuloy ang ekonomiya, lahat maghihirap, maraming mamamatay, walang proprotektahan ang pulis at militar. At wala ring ipambabayad dyan sa mga gusto nyong mangyari. Kasi walang pera, walang negosyo, walang trabaho, walang buwis, walang papasok din. So, in time, pero right now, ang priority, I think, is yung health ng Filipino. So, with all due respect, Senator Bato, I disagree. For now, with the amount, until ma-breakdown siya. So, and priority muna sana natin yung taong bayan. Okay. It's right, by the way. So we'll just go with kasi na-mention na yung vaccine. So, good news, si Johnson & Johnson is coming out with its vaccine. Yay! And clap naman. And kaya lang parang effectivity niya globally is in the 60s. Ano ba yun? 66%. Pero one dose lang siya. Hindi siya multiple doses. Or wait, I might be reading it wrong. Sabi kasi 66% one dose na vaccine sa global trials. So does it mean na one dose lang ang binigay nila? Or hindi na kailangan ng another dose after the first one? But although yung average niya, I'm guessing it's an average sa global trial, 66% efficacy against yung mga severe symptoms or illnesses, it's 85% effective. So that's very good na, 'di ba? 85% effective, especially if you have yung severe symptoms or illnesses connected to yung COVID. So, tapos mura pa kasi you only need to, well, if tama yung understanding ko, if you only need one dose of the vaccine, it might be Pero wala pa akong nakikitang pricing dun sa J&J na vaccine. Hopefully mura rin siya. Ayun. And Yun yung latest sa vaccine. Latest naman sa testing is, this is so funny. Sa China, parang they found a more effective, mas magandang result from anal swabs. So, nagsimula yung RT-PCR sa ilong, di ba? Parang kinikiliti na yung brain mo. Tapos yung antigen test sa throat naman, doon sa loob. And now, mas accurate daw ang test ng anal swabs kasi mas matagal daw nandoon yung tumatagal doon sa sa dulo ng ng intestine bago lumabas sa puwet. Yung tinitingnan nila to indicate whether you're positive or negative for COVID. Speaking of puwet and vaccines, si President Duterte pa back and forth on having himself vaccinated in public or in private. Parang noong una sinabi niya papaturok siya in kita ng lahat para yung kumpiyansa sa vaccine tumaas, ganun. Tapos binawi niya, bawi private na lang daw. Tapos nakakuha sila ng rason kung bakit iba private na lang daw. Kasi magpapaturok si President Duterte sa pigi, sa puwet, ganun. So parang nagtataka yung mga tao, yung mga ganyang vaccine ba sa pigi tinutusok. So syempre yung DOH come to the rescue, pwede naman, wala naman pero normally sa braso talaga. Kaya lang pag masyadong payat na or wala nang parang maturukan, maybe that's the reason. Pero si naman, triggered na naman ako kay Harry Roque. Si Harry Roque kasi ang sabi niya nung nirelay niya yon, parang nire-relay niya lang, inuulit niya lang yung sinabi ng presidente. Pag pumipili kasi siya ng pumipili siya ng topic na sabihin niya, nire-relay ko lang yung sinabi ni President Duterte. Sa iba naman, nag-explain siya. Pero hindi niya ba trabaho to ask the President why you're saying some things, ganon? So, kunwari, sinabi ni President Duterte na, hindi naman magpapakita na magpapaturo ako ng vaccine kasi sa puwet ako magpapatusok. Parang hindi mo ba responsibility na tanungin, seryoso ka, Sir President? Tapos pag parang kumuha ka kasi ng masasabi kasi yun yung ina-expect sa'yo. Yung hindi ka lang extension ng bibig ni Duterte. Na kung ano sinabi niya, i-relay mo lang. Kailangan may konting explanation din, di ba? Yung kung ano yung ginagawa ng gobyerno at bakit. Hindi puro trust. Ay, oh my God, we're going to go on to another topic na hindi puro trust at pagkatiwalaan kayo. Earn our trust na makita namin na maganda talaga ang ginagawa nyo bago namin kayo bigyan ng benefit of the doubt. D-A-W. Benefit of the doubt. No, benefit of the doubt. Ayun. So, do your job and ask the President kung anong sasabihin mo pag nagtanong yung press sa'yo. Hindi na pwedeng, nire-relay ko lang yung sinabi ni Presidente. Diba? klaseng trabaho yun? Paki-explain. Ayan. Triggered na ako. So, I mentioned benefit of the doubt. Kasi, ano ba yan? Tumigil sa isang laptop. Huwag kang mabura. Binangkap na kita. So before dun sa benefit of the doubt na sasabihin ko, yung kwento ni Tim Yap sa Baguio. Okay. Ito yung mga yung mga maisip lang, di ba? Yung wala namang talagang dahilan. Pero syempre, gagawa ng dahilan, ganyan. So si Tim Yap, Raymond Gutierrez also had a party sa Taguig naman, sa BGC. So pinapa-explain siya ni Taguig mayor kung bakit nagganon. So it's a different story. Pero yung kay Tim Yap sa Baguio naman, so they held it at Manor Hotel. Tapos in attendance was si Mayor Magalong of Baguio, who's also the tracing char. Char talaga kayo, mga char. Mga charing, mga charot. Yun ang char. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng char nyo. Tracing char. What a role. Tracing char. Kamusta? May balita pa tayo sa mga tracing? Effective ba? Ha? Yung national yung national tracing. Meron na ba? Meron na bang magandang balita from tracing? O case to case basis. So naghihintay kayo ng merong kayong ite-trace lang, tapos yun yung gagawa nyo. Anyway, so in attendance si Tracing Char at ang kanyang misis sa party ni Tim Yap. So ang sinasabi ng panig ni Tim Yap is, it wasn't a party, it was a tourism event. Ayan, to promote tourism to Baguio, kasi laglag na raw ang tourism. Laglag everywhere kasi gusto mong maprotektahan yung sarili mo, pamilya mo. Mga tao hindi naglalabas masyado. Okay? Yung mga naglalabas, kailangan nilang lumabas, kailangan nilang magtrabaho. Pero yung mga paano-ano lang, pa bakasyon, alam mo gumagawa nun, yung mga may pera, yung mga hindi wala silang, baka inisip nila hindi sila tatamaan, ganyan. Baka nagpa-vaccine na sila sa ibang bansa, or lagi sila nagpapatest, ganyan, kasi they can. Pero matatamaan ka pa rin kahit lagi ka nagte-test hanggat wala pa tayo ditong vaccine. So pag ma-vaccinate ka nga, pwede ka pa rin matamaan Di mas lalo na yung hindi nag-vaccine. So lahat laglag. Okay? Pero you chose to hold it sa sa Baguio. You chose to promote or to say that you're promoting tourism to Baguio, because why? You invited your friends to come to Baguio, and let's be honest. In my opinion, if we're going to be honest, it's a party. Tapos ang theme, Baguio, or yung native sa Baguio. Ganon. It's not really for tourism Although you did invite people to come to Baguio, yes. Pero what's the meron pa bang iba? May long term ba? Or is it for just that one night na na ako? Na nati-trigger na ako? Kasi nagpapalusot eh. Pero tingnan, ito pa. Ay, mas lalo ako mati-trigger sa susunod. So, it's a party, if we're going to be honest. Kasi if it was really parang selfless for tourism, you can hold it any other day. Diba? Tinaon mo pa sa birthday mo. Hindi na pag-anuhan ka patuloy. Na pag-suspetsahan ka patuloy na personal siya. Hindi siya sa kaibuturan ng iyong puso. Benefit of the doubt na may puso ka naman at may talino naman na intindihin yun. Ito mas nakakainit ng ulo, nakakadilim ng paningin. So, fine yung mga nandoon. Ang fine pala is 1,500. Very good. Barya lang sa kanila yan. Yung 1,500. Habang yung mga ordinaryong tao, kung ano-anong scam ng gobyerno para makuhanan sila ng extra money. Ang daming topics. Dikit-dikit. And we'll follow it up with this topic. Tulad na lang ng SSS. Well, hindi ko naman sinasabi na scam siya through and through. Pero, pandemic, di ba? Nagkataon na nakita nila na mauubusan sila ng pondo. Tapos, i-raise nila yung contribution ng tao from 700 to 900. So, yung personal experience sa City Hall. So, I closed yung Mandaluyong na business sa Mandaluyong City Hall. Tapos, nung middle of January when I went, sabi nila, dapat close mo nung December. Ngayon, dahil January na, kailangan mo nang i-renew bago mo i-retire. So, ayun. So, parang hindi na ako magdilim pa, okay, sige, titiisin ko na. Pero, parang, it was just January. Tapos, kasi I pay annually. So, they charged me yung buong 2021 before siya i-retire. So, yung mga ganon, parang hindi nyo naiisip yung mga paraan para makatulong sa nangangailangan or sa ordinaryong tao na lang, 'di ba? Tapos pero kayo, 'di ba? Gobyerno kayo, local government, national government. Local government kaya sa City Hall, national government yung sa BIR. Oh my God. Patalon-talon ako. Another example. So, while I was processing yung transfer ng RDO. So, last year, I went through yung clearance na with BIR sa Mandaluyong. As they didn't, I went through yung compliance, ganon. And they didn't have anything for me to comply with. Ganon. So, last year yon 2020. I went there March and then March to change yung address ng business and then para I think July or August to pay yung taxes. Walang finding of non-compliance. Tapos when I went there this month to transfer yung RDO ko, sa compliance team meron pumasok na kulang daw ako na isang na-file nung 2019 na deadline nung Annual kasi siya. So, January 2020. Ayun. Tapos, parang, I could have, nung sinabi nila, I was able to produce yung 2020 file na deadline the end of this month, the next day. So, ganun din ang ginawa ko for the 2019. I was able to produce it the next day. Kung sinabi lang nila, you know what the fine is? Dun sa retail store. Kasi per line item, 1,000 ang minimum. So, kunyari na lang, sari-sari store ka, retail. Tapos, ang number ng tinitinda mo is 200 na lang. 200. Kasi mayroon kang sardinas, may sige, 100 na lang. Sardinas, pancit canton, ano pa ba? Peanut butter, soft drinks, lahat yon dapat nakalista dun sa ifa-file mong inventory list. Ganon. Tapos, dapat naka-CD pa yon. Tapos, may notarized some form. So, kung hindi ka makapag-file by the deadline, 1,000 per line item. So, kung 100 yung binibenta mo, different items, 100,000 yon. Although they cap it at 25. Pero hindi nyo ba naisip, hindi naman lahat ng negosyo pantay-pantay na kumikita ng a certain amount. Tapos, ito yung mga negosyo na na yung maliliit lang naman talaga. So, parang, kunyari ma-miss niya ng a couple of days. Ang niya na is, ang pataw niya na is 25,000. Ayun. So, it's another, nagmakaawa naman ako doon. Nanikluhod naman ako. Para i-minimize yung penalty. Sabi ko, hindi ko talaga mababayaran yan. Wala na talaga. So, yung point is, yung gobyerno, dapat isipin nyo kung anong makakatulong, makakabuti naman dun sa taong bayan. Especially sa majority ng taong bayan. So, yung middle class to lower class, lower income class, na nagtatry to survive pero sobrang ipit na ipit nyo naman, di ba? Hindi naman sila makakalaban kasi nga wala silang kakayahan para masyadong ipaglaban yung sarili nila. Pag may kaso, wala naman silang perang pang-abogado, ganyan. Sabihan nyo, bibigyan nyo ng mga pro bono or yung public attorney's office, ganyan. Pero pa rin, pero mo yung kumikita lang ng hundreds of pesos or kahit 100 pesos lang sa isang araw or hundreds of pesos, yung disruption caused by itong mga bagay na to sobrang laki, significant sa pag-try nilang mabuhay lang sa araw-araw. So, please, whoever's going to, if I'm not going to be president, if someone else is, naman, mag-assign naman ng people who really care for yung welfare ng taong bayan. It's good na meron tayong laws, it's good na ma-implement yon, pero with pa rin yung serbisyo pa rin is for the taong bayan. Kasi ganun, babalik na naman ako. If you're going to iipitin mo yung mga maliliit, mas maraming or baka ayaw nyo magnegosyo yung mga liliit, ayaw nyo tulungan yung maliliit kasi gusto nyo lang yung mga malalaking taxpayers. Ganun ba yun? Sino bang mas marami in number? Yung maliliit pa rin. So kung tutulungan nyo yung mga maliliit na negosyante, yung mga maliliit, mga lower income classes, pwede silang umasenso, at sa pag-asenso nila, a rising tide lifts all boats. Kamali yung quote ko. Pero tulong-tulong tayo na paangatin ang isa't isa at ang ating bansa. Versus Team Yap and guests sa party niya. Obviously, yung mga guests sa party niya, yung mga so triggered. So meron ba dun sa party niya, nag-invite ba siya ng mga low income people? Nag-invite ba siya ng mga middle income people? Or in-invite yung mga kakilala niya? Kasi bakit? Alam niyang kayang gumastos ng kakilala niya para mag-travel to Baguio to his party. Okay. Nakitaan sila ng hindi why is na-pause yung play ng why. Ayan. So sino yung mga guests niya? Mga may kaya na pumunta dun sa Baguio to attend his party. Sino isang guest? Si Casey Concepcion. Hindi yung low income person. Kahit hindi yun magtrabaho, mabubuhay yun. Kahit hindi yun magtrabaho, mabubuhay ang mga anak nun. Gano'n. At pati siguro mga anak nun, nung anak niya. Gano'n. So, nakitaan sila ng violation. Good, kasi inamin ni Magalong na may violation. Nandun siya kitang-kita niya. Violation. Yung 33 guests including Tim Yap and Casey Concepcion will be fined 1,500 pesos. Barya lang sa kanila. Sana naman baka naman ma-fine din yung mga igorot na na performer o yung merong horse, ganon. Magkano kaya kinita nila doon pagpunta doon? 500 pesos? 1,000 pesos? 1,500 din? Pinag-fine kaya sila? So, wala silang kinita? So, there's really something wrong, no? Hindi naman sa pag-discriminate din against people against wealthy people na sila nasasalo ng lahat, 'di ba? Yung yung tama lang naman, 'di ba? Parang ikaw ang organizer, ikaw yung nagkamali ng husto. You invited 33 people, why don't you get fined for 1,500 times 33 or the number of guests and the number of people that got hired to go there, yung pang event, 'di ba? Ganun yung parang yun yung nakita kong dapat for Team Yapa kasi siya nag-organize 'di ba? Kahit pa 1.5 times 33 o times 50, what's that to him? 75,000? Barya pa rin yun sa kanya, I think. I may be wrong. Baka naman hindi siya ganun kayaman. Pero 1.5 lang? He won't learn anything from that. Wala. Gagawin niya ulit yun. Kasi parang yan lang. Kayang-kaya. Oh my gosh. Wala. won't learn anything from that. Meanwhile, other side ng spectrum, mga mahihirap, lalong humihirap, mga mayaman, they get off easy. Is that the kind of society that we want here in the Philippines? Ako hindi. So ako iboto nyo presidente. So si anong pangalan niya? Magalong. Sorry if I got your surname wrong. So si Mayor Magalong, who is the tracing char, offered to resign. Wow. Meron palang may delikadesa. Para nakita mo lang to sa Japan, 'di ba? Pag meron kang scandal na kinasangkutan, Japan, Korea, suicide, di ba? Meron din pala sa Japan, harakiri. Yan. Nagre-resign sila. May delikadesa. Magalong resigns. Yun ang headlines. Resigns. But maybe it was just an offer to resign. Kasi here comes Harry Roque. Hindi daw tinanggap ng IATF ang resignation ni Magalong. So isa to sa mga Pake na actions that you can do. Offer to resign para kunwari may delikadesa, para ma-minimize yung kahihiyan mo, magre-resign na lang ako. So, I suggest, kung seryoso ka, Sir Magalong, sa pag-resign mo, if you want to salvage yung honor mo, para maisipan ka naman na mayroon kang delikadesa maisipan ng ibang tao na mayroon kang delikadesa, submit an irrevocable or non-unacceptable it's a new word, non-unacceptable. Ano ba yun? Undeniable. Ano ba? Resignation. Kung magre-resign ka. Hindi yung maghihintay ka ng simpatsya sa mga kasamahan mo sa IATF. 'Di ba? If you're going to resign, submit yung magre-resign ka talaga. Or yung role lang na tracing char, wala namang atang nagagawa masyado yun. So, it's not significant. Kung gusto mo, resign ka bilang mayor. Ayun. Pero if you don't want, at least yung tracing char. You're trying to trace people na hindi mag-spread. Di ba? Or pag nag-spread na, matrace mo. Pero nandun ka mismo sa lugar kung saan may violation. Tapos magre-resign ka, tapos hindi mo naman papapatanggap. Di ba? Ano yun? May sweldo ka na sa pagka-mayor. May sweldo ka sa IATF. I don't know. O meron kang commission for every person infected. So, resign kung resign. Hindi yung pwedeng hindi i-accept ng IATF. Tapos, ano yun? IATF, anong klase ba? Ba't hindi nyo i-accept? Ganon. Sa ganon lang, sino mag-explain kung ba't hindi may explanation pala. So Magalong daw continues to have the trust. And ano ba yun? Trust of the office. Yun yung nirelay na naman ni Harry Roque. Harry Roque is everywhere. Ayun. And then, si Vaccine Char. I forgot his name! What's his name? Can I find it sa sa Twitter? Ano to? Oh! Justice League ni Zack Snyder. March 18 sa HBO Max. And then March 31 si Godzilla vs. Kong. HBO Max. Nawala pa dito sa Pilipinas. Kita ko na naman yung news item kay Tim Yap na 1,500 lang. Where is it? Chinese New Year celebration canceled in Manila. Banned ang dragon dances. I saw it kanina. Pag artista ka or pag mayaman ka, you get anxiety attacks due to COVID pandemic. Pag mahirap ka, gutom. Ay, nako. Nasaan na? Parang malapit na. Oh, why can't I find it? Nandito sa Mac na Twitter. Sharon Becerra. Ayun, si Carlito Galvez. Quote, "We give him the benefit of the doubt sana." Vaccine Char Secretary Carlito Galvez defended Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong's attendance in Tim Yap's party and urged the public to look at the good intention of the city mayor in attending. Carlito Galvez, 2 weeks in a row ka na. Magandang motive daw, good intentions. Yun nga ang promote tourism. May may ibang paraan naman to promote tourism. Tapos, syempre, promote nyo safe tourism, di ba? Attend ka sa sa isang event na party, ng birthday party naman pala. Makikita mo na may violation, nandun ka. Ikaw yung tracing char, part ng IATF. kasama mo yung asawa mo na na-fine din ng 1,500. Good thing pa yun, gimagalong na, pati yung asawa ko, fine ko ng 1,500. Wala. Asan ng, magandang motive, good intention. Hindi nga nag-iisip eh. Kasi kung nung nakita niya na merong violation, dapat gumawa na siya ng paraan. Pinaghiwalay niya na, 'di ba? Kahit pa yung may authority siya eh kasi part siya ng IATF. Dapat nagawa niya na ng paraan para hindi na naglapit-lapit yung mga tao. Kung sinasabi niya yun lang yung point na hindi nagkaroon ng social distancing, 'di ba? May authority siya to do it. So dapat pinagsabihan niya na agad. Winarningan niya na agad. Dapat ganun yung lumalabas. Pero dahil hindi yun ang lumabas, ibig sabihin hindi niya naisip. Hindi niya naisip. Pumunta siya sa isang party, more than 10 people congregating na labag na yun sa patakaran. Kasama niya yung asawa niya. Nakita niya yung nakita niya na merong violation. Naghintay siya na lumabas yung mga video at reports. Tapos ngayon, magdedepensahan kayo na good intention saka magandang motibo. Triggered ako. Mali. Okay, mali! 12:22 na. Dapat nag-measure na ako ng isa pa. So, quiet muna. Breathe. Mag-measure ulit tayo. Tingnan natin kung nag-improve from 134/93. Pag nag-improve, ibig sabihin pala kailangan nating ma-trigger ng lagi. Okay. Check natin na 1 inch from the crook. Naka-center. Level ng heart. On. No talking.
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement, and keep cuff at the heart level.
Why did it do it?
Your blood pressure is systolic 147 millimeter of mercury, diastolic 104 millimeter of mercury. Your pulse was 73. Your blood pressure is abnormal.
At red yung light. So, this isn't doing me any good. My heart rate is elevated from 60 something kanina to 73 now. And nagtaka ko, that's why I spoke kanina sandali, di ba? Ba't niya? Kasi parang inulit niya. So this might not be correct. I don't know. Pero, so let's try again, no? Kasi parang twice niya pinump yung ito. Ramdaman ko na umulit eh. Let's try it again. Pero kung ganun talaga,
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement, and keep cuff at the heart level.
I'm getting this na lang, no? So, from 134.93 to 132.92, so it's about the same. It's about the same. So I'll take it. So, hindi, well, I don't know. Pero, yon, the stuff that we're talking about is triggering me, nakakainis. Nakakainis, mga pangyayari. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, hello. Hello sa mga nanonood. Hello. Ayun, where was I? Ayun, benefit of the doubt. Good intentions, magandang motibo. Isip-isip kasi. Isip-isip. Ano ba to? Ayan, mayor. Tapos si police chief. Senator ba to? Pang government agencies. Isip-isip tayo ng kung anong tamang gawin, di ba? Hindi lang yung pang sarili. Unang-una, yung kailangan mo talaga mag-resign eh. Kasi to have accepted that invitation, hinayaan mo na lang siguro sana yung wife mo. Pero to have accepted that invitation, you didn't know, you didn't even think na merong more than 10 people going there. Conflict na yon dun sa mga patakaran na pinapatupad nyo sa IATF. Kahit pa for the tourism kuno ng Baguio. So, ayan, resign, pilit mo na resign ka na. Wag mo nang pabawi sa IATF. Ibig sabihin, wala, naglolokohan lang tayo dyan sa IATF. Wala talaga. Lokohan lang yun. Okay, we've talked about J&J vaccine. We've talked about Tim Yap. What will happen to Tim Yap? Well, wala kasi sa news si Tim Yap recently, the past year or so. So, maybe he's trying to make news and make a name for himself. Baka naubos na yung pera niya, gano'n. So, kailangan nasa news. Bato. Modernization. We talked about anal swab. Si Magalong. Si Vaccine Char. Carlito Galvez. We talked about si anti-terror. Yung Supreme Court will push through with a February 2 hearing on anti-terror bill, whether the Solicitor General is ready or healthy or not. Let's talk about it na. Yung increase ng SSS from 700 to 900, are you affected? What do you think? 200 din yun. I mean, sa isang araw, that's like pamasahe na ng isang araw or meals na ng isang araw. Raw kasi pag hindi daw yun ipatupad, mauubusan sila ng fund for additional pension, for adjusted, for maternity benefits, for unemployment benefits. Well, hindi kasi ako nag-ano eh. When I stopped working in 2017, I was not able to pay yung SSS ko on a regular basis. And so, kasi I was just focused on the business. And then, when I went back to work last year, I think may deduction naman. Pero that's like March 2017. 18, 19. So like more than 2 years na wala akong contribution sa SSS. And then after nun June, wala na naman until now. So, all in all, siguro mga 3 years worth of contributions I wasn't able to pay. Tapos meron daw new savings program yung SSS. Talaga nakapag-isip pa kayo ng new savings program mawawala na kayo ng pondo. New savings program, para kanino na naman kayang benepisyo to Mga meron bang mga board of directors ang SSS? O yung mga katulad sa PhilHealth na binabayaran at kumikita ng malalaki galing sa mga sa binabayad ng taong bayan, at sana naman maganda-ganda yung serbisyo. Maganda yung yung parang little by little things are going online. So yung mga transactions, Mandaluyong is parang meron na silang online na pag-renew ng business permit. Ayun. So that's good. And then sa Pasig naman, try nilang bilisan. Try nila, I cannot say that nangyayari yun. Parang I was very encouraged when I first heard about it. Was it December? Nung na-news na parang meron silang one-stop shop. Tapos pag new business, parang imbis na weeks, 2 days na lang. Ganun. 2 days na lang, tapos you get your business permit na, your mayor's permit. So I went to I cannot say where I went kasi mabubuking ang kung nasaan yung bagong lugar ng role play. So I went to sige, naglusot pa. I went to the City Hall office. Yeah. And I went early. I brought all of the requirements na nakalagay naman dun sa sa and more sa list of requirements na when I went to the City Hall the first time, tinake ng picture ko. Tapos sabi na yan daw yung requirements. So, ang wala ko lang doon sa listahan na yon yung fire safety inspection. Tapos, I went there 8. Tapos, may kita niyo sa tweets ko. Booking ba? Sa na so dumating ako, dinirect ako sa dulo. Tapos pagdating ko sa dulo, punta raw sa kabilang dulo. Balik daw ako dun sa kabilang dulo. Hanapin ko yung office of the building official. Dumating siya 9:42 AM. So naghintay ako ng 1 hour and 42 minutes. Hindi mo 1 hour. Siguro 1 hour and 30. Kasi syempre paglalakad-lakad na until umupo ako dun sa harapan ng window niya. So ito yung mabilis, di ba? Ito yung pinagmamalaking mabilis ni Pasig. So when I get to her, dun pa lang so inspect niya yung documents ko, yung yung fire safety inspection, okay lang na na parang dun sa kanila kukunin. Ang hindi ko nadala daw yung occupancy, certificate of occupancy. Ganon. Kasi hindi ko maintindihan. So it's not enough to bring yung to bring a lease contract or a lease provision document where all of the are there, ganon. Kasi baka pekein mo, ganon, tas hindi ka pala talaga occupant doon. Kailangan yung occupancy manggagaling sa admin. Tapos yung certificate na yon is a certain format from the City Hall. So aasikasuhin pa yun nung lessor. So that'll take time. Kasi it's a new year, di ba? So yon, updated dapat yon na. So yon, buti na lang na I'm not starting naman the business. I'm just trying to fix the papers na para when I start, okay na. Ganun. Pero I won't be starting this quarter kasi nakapagsimula na, and then I'm starting work ngayong month, so hindi ko talaga siya maasikaso. So maybe the earliest official restart is April, para new quarter, new beginnings, yung everything. And hopefully may sweldo na ako noon. May pera na akong konti again, kasi I really lost everything. Not everything, I really lost almost everything. Yeah, almost everything. Because of the root cause na lang si COVID-19. Ayan, para walang masagasaan. Si COVID talaga, ikaw talaga ang may dahilan ng lahat. COVID, hindi ang mga taong walang puso. COVID ang walang puso. Walang kinikilingan, walang pinoprotektahan, walang sino-sino, walang kaibigan. I-try niya lahat ng matitira niya. Okay, so that's my story again. But I try to keep sane and hopeful na things will get better. Unfortunately, buong February, GCQ pa din ang Metro Manila, and parang recommendation ng mayors would be to MGCQ, pero decision pa rin ni Duterte kung ano yung quarantine status ng Metro Manila. So GCQ pa din, and syempre tatanungin mo na sa March kaya. Pero it's still it still depends on the numbers. So the past few weeks, we've seen spikes of 2,000 plus new infections. We've breached 500,000. Yung current cases, active cases are 30,000 plus. Tapos yung deaths have breached, I forgot the number. Pero we're not in a good place. We're not in the worst place, pero it can easily go from not good to really bad. Especially, ang dami ng mutations. Diba? Ang COVID, nagmi-mutate. Yung tao, sana mag-change. Mag-mutate din into something better. Not into something worse, ha? Kaya, please, ang pinaka-solusyon, everything that we've talked about, we need change. And the change that's coming next or nearest to today is next year's election. So, make sure that you're registered. Kung bumoto kayo last time, you're probably still registered there. If you want to change address, you need to visit yung website ng COMELEC and find out how you can transfer your registration. If you have not voted, if you have not registered before, you can also go to the COMELEC website to find out how you can register para you can vote next year. And once you are able to vote next year, make sure that you do go out to vote, and make sure to listen to everything that the candidates are telling us. Hindi lang dahil sikat sila, Pacquiao. Hindi lang dahil mukha silang itlog. Or sumikat din naman kasi si Bato the first 3 years of Duterte, or before he became senator. Pero you always try to hope na he will also change, he will learn, he will pero parang umpisa pa lang puro missteps na gano'n. I'm judging, so he's not really good, in my opinion. So let's choose people who will really do good. Hindi yung kaya lang yan yan na yung nangyayari na because we keep the poverty line where it is, ang daming tao na talagang kakapit sa madaliang at temporary na relief from their poverty. Yung mga give them a fish, they will vote for you. Teach them how to fish, it will take a long time, they will forget about you. So we're in a quandary, or we're in a situation na mas drastic. So may may mga stuff na that parang points to a brighter future. There are young folk, millennials, who will start to vote. Na hopefully, I can only hope na they will decide to do the right thing, vote the right people, and ayun, wag don't let the old ways remain. Ayun. So kunwari gusto niyo bumalik ang ABS-CBN, diba? Vote people who will try to make that happen, but make sure that ABS-CBN pays for its wrongdoings and does not commit them again. So wala na yung mga tago-tago ng income para mabigay rin sa Tapos, kung sino man mag-head sa ABS-CBN, kung bata pa or kung si pa rin, I forgot his name, I guess represent yun naman yung changes that you did, diba? So, good luck on that. And, tapos, any increase sa PhilHealth, sa SSS, parang maglagay kayo ng tao na responsable. So yung mga ganon, so yung senators, congressmen, we vote for. President, we vote for. So kailangan wag tayong basta padala sa mabulaklak na triggered si Bong Revilla is a senator again. Si rin ba? Si Jinggoy din ba? Parang they were convicted of plunder, diba? Pero nakabalik pa rin sila. Why? Because artista, sikat, tapos mamimigay ng pera na allegedly, or na plunder na nga nila na may babalik din naman nila sa kanila, ganon. Parang once a year mag-file sila ng something na hindi naman sila nag-isip, na pinropose din nila ng team nila, ganon. Makagawa lang sila ng isang bagay na maganda, makasuporta lang sila ng isang bill na maganda, parang gagamitin, pipigain na nila yon para ma-re-elect lang ulit, ganon. It's much easier to get re-elected kasi sabihin mo, re-elect kasi nandyan na, keep them there. No, keep them out. If they are not qualified, if they do not do the things na pang kaya si Bong Revilla, I don't know if he's done anything yet as a senator na naman. Well, I can only say na I won't vote for him. I won't vote for yung mga na convict na guilty. I won't vote for Manny Pacquiao. I won't vote for Bato. That's me. I won't vote for medyo maano na si Risa Ontiveros. I voted for her sa Congress, I think. And I might have voted for her as senator the first time. Na she didn't win. Pero medyo ewan, medyo toxic na. Who won't I vote for? Sino yung may scandal sa driver niya? Yung girl na nakulong? Yeah, yun. I won't vote for her also. Tapos may someone from Congress is parang nag-float ng idea na a Duterte tandem is not not illegal if they're qualified daw. Parang anyone can file for candidacy for president, vice president, di ba? So please, I implore yung mas malakas ang loob kaysa sa akin. Yung mas may reach or influence na maganda ha. I mean, kunwari Tim Yap na influencer. parang na laman ng news, ganun. Kunwari mabalita ulit siya sa early 2022 or late 2021, baka mag-file for Congress or for Senate, manalo pa yun. Nako so please, I mean, ang hirap pumili, pero I can only hope, and I can only do my part, and I can only keep on talking and ask other people to register and vote, and to vote wisely. My name is Wisely. I'll register as a candidate, JB Wisely, para vote wisely. Yun And pag gumastos ng malaki, ibig sabihin malaki rin ang kukulimbatin yan. And so that's what we need. We need change. And the people who are in power, who have the privilege, who have the power, who have the influence, who have the money, don't want things to change because they're doing fine. But if more people succeed, if we uplift the poor, if we decrease the number of people who are below the poverty line, there will be a shift. And they don't want that, because more people will be informed, diba? If you have extra money, you'll get better internet, you'll get wider choice of information, wider options for information. You get educated if you have extra money. If you're those things, you'll make better choices. And if you make better choices, there'll be less risk of voting poor choices into our government positions. Ayan. And you'll be able to give chance to people who really love the country, who really want to do good. Yun sana yung iboto natin. Vote the younger candidates. I mean, Isko Moreno, Vico Soto, they're not perfect, pero you can see that they're trying. And at least they're trying. Hindi yung mga what we have na they're just performing. Nagpapakitang gilas lang, nagpapakitang tao lang. Hindi mo alam kung ano nangyayari sa likod, 'di ba? Katulad ni Magalong, resign ka pa. Hindi mo naman pala siseryosohin. Papabawiin mo lang sa IATF. Mga ganon. Ayun. Sabi ka pa na na ifa-fine ko din ng asawa ko. Ayan. Hindi sana di na lang kayo pumunta kasi. sana hindi nyo na napayagan. Mismong lugar mo. Diba? Ay. Ay. Tataas. I have to measure again before we end. But, thank you for watching. Make sure to vote me. JB Wisely. How long does it take to to change your surname? Or would they allow it? Right, JB Curioso, aka Wisely, JB Wisely, kasi si Duterte baka Digong ganon, or si Bato Itlog, joke lang. si Pacquiao baka Pacman ganon. So I should work on that agad. But how early can you register to be a candidate? So obviously I won't know everything. I don't have all of the solutions, pero I will have ideas on how to deal with it. And kailangan talaga yung political will Hindi ka won't back down. I mean, ako ang prinsipyo ko is convince or be convinced or convince others. Yeah. So obviously I'll choose people who know what they're talking about. I will take their advice and then I will have to decide once I'm president. Pangarap lang naman. Bakit ba? Ayun. So kunwari when they ask me about something, an issue, tapos I don't have anything yet. Sabihin ko, I don't have anything yet for that, but I'll be sure to get the best advice that I can before I make the decision. Walang mga uninformed decisions. Kailangan based on facts, data, science, if kailangan. And ayun, so thank you for watching our taking calls. We haven't been taking calls. I've just been talking. Dapat palitan ko na yung pangalan. Talking a lot. By myself. Talking by myself. But thanks for watching, whether live or replay on YouTube. My throat is so dry. I have to remember to have a bottle of water here beside me. Ayun. Tapos last week or 2 weeks ago, parang na abruptly daw napuputol because there's a delay from yung actual stream and dun sa live. So mga 30 seconds. So once I say goodbye, I'll have to leave it on for at least maybe 30 seconds or a minute pa before I press the end stream. Ayan. Until I see myself parang finish or maybe make a sign parang bye, I shouldn't click the stop streaming button. But thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, questions, please help us reach 10 million subscribers. So we just started. So we're just at mga 50, but we can do it. I'm hopeful again. 10 million subscribers, and by the time we get elected next year as president of the Philippines, we should have 10 million subscribers. I promise to be transparent and honest and really care for the welfare of nakararami, ang konyo. My throat's so dry. So we'll do our last blood pressure reading. So yung kanina medyo yung mataas na 140/100. Something went wrong Parang it measured twice. So we took the second one. So we'll do our third one, our official third one right now. So we'll be quiet. I'll rest my throat. And wait lang.
1 inch from the crook. It's not masikip, it's not maluwag. Keep the heart level. My heart is here, near my nipples. San ba? Hindi ko alam. And then we'll press go. And I'll stop talking for a while.
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement and keep cuff at the heart level. Your blood pressure is systolic 158 millimeter of mercury, diastolic 111 millimeter of mercury.
This is worse.
Was 71.
This is
Your
not
blood pressure is
accurate.
abnormal.
This is not accurate. This is... I'm not doing anything naman na. Okay, let's do it again. Let's relax. Something must be wrong. It can't be like this. It cannot. Cannot. Well, pag ganun talaga, wala akong magagawa. Kaya lang it's 158 over 111. That's so much worse than 160 over 100. It's really abnormal. So parang, what's happening? I don't have a headache. I'm not feeling any numbness. I'm not feeling anything. Maybe is that it? How can I have low blood pressure if I don't have a heart? Okay. Deep breaths. Forget about Timyap. Forget about Bato. Forget about Galvez. Forget about the anti-terror law. Just focus on lowering your blood pressure and being healthy to be able to be a candidate for president next year.
Please remain seated and refrain from talking during measurement and keep cuff at the heart level. Your blood pressure is systolic 147 millimeter of mercury, diastolic 103 millimeter of mercury. Your pulse was 68. Your
So
blood pressure
I'll
is
record it.
abnormal.
Pero I will choose to report yung 132 over 92, which is still abnormal. Pero that's the least among the three numbers. Ayun. So after 3 days of monitoring, it's like all abnormal except for one time na I got a normal reading for 132 over 88. That's the normal na nakuha ko. Mataas pa rin. Kasi you should be lower than 120 over 80. That's the... And I can't really say na this is inaccurate kasi I tested it with the people I played with the other day. Yesterday? Yes, yesterday. And they were normal. And then when I measured myself after them, abnormal. Abnormal! Ayun. So, again, thanks for watching. next Friday we should have another taking calls. It might be our last for a Friday until we move it to Sundays. So watch out for next Friday's episode show program. And again, thank you for watching, and thanks in advance for voting for me. And I'll see you next week and in our other videos here. Pake News now. This is JB, wisely Corioso, your next president, saying good night, good morning, and I'll see you. Take care. Bye. So I should not end the stream until I see me waving goodbye. Nila yon para ma-re-elect.
Mercury, diastolic,
Episode show program. And again, thank you for watching, and thanks in advance for voting for me. And I'll see you next week and in our other videos here. Pake News now. This is JB, wisely Corioso, your next president, saying good night, good morning, and I'll see you. Take care. Bye. Yeah, so I end it. So I should not end the stream until I see clicking it